Right. What is your name and how do you spell it?
My name is Charlotte Whitaker, and my name is spelled Charlotte Whitaker, Whitaker.
Okay, awesome. Where are you from? Where did you grow up?
I am from Kansas City, Missouri. I was raised in Kansas City, Missouri, and I grew up in Kansas City, Missouri.
Awesome. What type of work do you do?
Currently, I rescue human traffickers.
Awesome. What school did you attend?
High school was Van Horn High School.
Tell me about your earliest memories.
Um, I used to love butter cookies, and I loved my grandmother's cooking, and I love having tea parties, even as a little girl.
Awesome. What is one thing that is essential about this culture?
Love, unity.
Okay. What is something false that someone believes about the culture?
Can you repeat that, please?
What is something false that someone believes about the culture?
Something false that people believe about the culture is that we don't know how to love.
Okay. What is a stereotype about the culture that you have seen as a truth?
That our young men are labeled differently than others.
Okay. What makes this culture special to you?
Our heritage, um, and where we came from.
Okay. So this second part of the interview branches off into vegetable spaghetti and how you make it. So can you tell me about vegetable spaghetti? Like how do you make it? Like details, what ingredients, what store do you go to? How can you just prepare for a meal for your family? Like what do you do? Like the seasonings, like just like details about the
Okay,
spaghetti.
so for the vegetable spaghetti, you will need fresh tomatoes. You'll need your eggplant. You will need the small onions. You will need little broccoli. You'll need the small. So you need the broccoli florets, which you'll have to dice them up. You need the cauliflower florets. You'll need to dice them up. Um, some zucchini squash, the
Mm-hmm.
yellow and the green. And if you have a little bit of squash, a little bag of squash, you can also use that. Um, in a big skillet, you would use olive oil, virgin olive oil, of course, and you would dice up your bell peppers, your onion, your garlic, and you can use the minced garlic with the olive oil that's already, and you put that in the pan. You will start just put your skillet probably on about 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
And so as you have diced up all your veggies, then would be the first thing that you would cook. So in
Yeah.
there you would add your seasoned salt, your black pepper, your oregano, your smoked paprika. You would add your seasoning for the mushrooms. You would add onion powder, garlic powder, um, uh, just a little bit of turmeric, a little bit of ginger, salt and pepper.
Okay. What store can you actually go to purchase these ingredients?
So all of my ingredients came from Aldi's. I bought all my favorite color, the rainbow bell pepper, of course, the yellow, the green, the red, and the orange,
Mm-hmm.
in the package for like $3.49. They were fresh. I bought my 2 pounds or like the 4 pounds of the spaghetti
Mm-hmm.
noodle. And then I bought my tomato paste, my tomato sauce, and then I bought the sweet tomatoes. I diced those up as well, and those simmered in another pot as I was preparing to make my sauces.
Awesome. So these questions are kind of like drift off a little bit, and probably some of these ones that you have already answered before. Um, Do you have any early memories of anybody that currently recently made this food? Did you see it off like of a video or any like
I
yeah?
got the vegan spaghetti from looking at Tabitha Brown because, of course, she's vegan
Mm-hmm.
and she does a lot of vegan dishes. I just added more veggies to the dish.
Okay. Do you know any history behind the dish? Is it what's the culture behind it? If any, do you know any?
Um, I believe that a lot of people are doing plant based for healthier eating. So for me to do the plant based, it was just a way just to not have to prepare it with meat, and just to know that you can give it the same flavors because it's the seasoning. When you
Right.
season your food, the way you season your food is like it's what gets to the palate. It's what really so yeah. And the ingredients in there, mushrooms is still another form of meat. So when you add the liquid smoke to your with the mushrooms in there, once they're simmered down and cooked into it, you really couldn't tell that there was no meat, that there was not meat in the spaghetti.
Okay. Why do you think this dish is important to the African American culture? Do you think and believe that more people should eat vegan or just people's personal preferences?
I believe that it would be a way to encourage our kids to eat vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
It is also a way to introduce a healthier dish that you can really enjoy. Not have to worry about acid reflux, not have to worry about excessive the weight
Yeah.
gain, not have to worry about being sluggish afterwards because some of the ingredients have so much sugar.
Mm.
And so none of my ingredients had no sugar at all.
Oh, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. These are all beautiful responses. Thank you, Godmom. Um, how how long do you think it takes approximately to make it?
If you buy the vegetables yourself and you dice everything up, it could take you about 45 minutes.
Okay. Have you recently wanted to change something about it or add your own take or take away from it or add to it?
Um, this time I added shiitake mushrooms.
Hmm.
The last time I used the white portobello mushrooms, and I know that the shiitake mushrooms, once I marinated them in the liquid smoke, before I diced them up and browned them in the skillet with the bell peppers and the onions, the shiitake mushrooms really grabbed the flavor of it tasting like or making it like it was like a meat in there. So it really gave it that flavor.
Okay. How could you change this dish if someone has an allergy or intolerance? Can you make it vegan or vegetarian?
So it depends on what their allergy. If they can't have mushrooms, you don't have to add the mushrooms. It just depends. I don't know anybody that has an allergy to squash or eggplant or broccoli or cauliflower or bell peppers and onions. Ripe red ripe vine tomatoes. And if you have an allergy to tomato, you don't have to add the tomatoes. You can substitute it. Maybe you could add like a Alfredo sauce. It just kind of all depends on what it is that you have to take away to still make it. Some people have a nut allergy, so even if you try to substitute it out to make it that way, maybe you have to add like a pea protein type of looking for maybe like a tomato puree where it doesn't necessarily have the seed. It's just the actual tomato that they like kind of hydrogenate and then they blend it and blend it and blend it till it's in it's like its purest form.
Okay. And do you have any favorite memories or picture with the food that makes you think of the food, or just
Well, I
periodically when
made
you
it
have
for
a?
me and Sidonia a long time a while back, and we baked it so it was half and half. It was
Mm-hmm.
half cooked on the stove, and the other half it was baked in the oven. So we had like, and we tried both. We tried the baked uh, vegetable spaghetti, and we tried the regular. So it was absolutely delicious with the garlic breast. It was absolutely delicious meal.
Awesome. Um. My last question would be: would you eat it regularly, or would it be like a dish you would make on a daily basis, or here and there, or every now and then?
I could make it every week. I could make that vegetable spaghetti every week because it's not it's not that expensive to make it.
Mm.
And if you just really So if you wanted to get like your vegetables out your refrigerator, if you didn't want to make a vegetable soup, you could definitely make a vegetable spaghetti, because it's no different than you buying the spaghetti sauce with the vegetables already in it, and it's just giving you that small portion. The only thing is we have just trained ourselves that we have to have meat, but there are so many flavors that you can add to a dish that will still give it the flavor of meat, even though you don't have meat.
Okay. That concludes the interview. Congratulations. Good job. Way to go. Thank you for this information, and this will be very helpful for my annotated bib. Thanks, Gamma.
You're welcome.